up. So Tuesday, I called University of Maryland on Tuesday, and I had also emailed Villanova. And I talked to them, and she was like, "Yeah, we haven't really started touching the wait list, but we'll probably start admitting soon." Yeah, we haven't really started admitting off the wait list, and we'll start admitting soon. But I'll make sure that I like update your account that you like expressed more interest, which is a good thing. I mean, I can't really do anything else. They're not like, first of all, the lady, like, with all due respect, like, she doesn't speak English, and like, she's just like not very pleasant. Like, I've spoken to the same woman. Well, I'm being a little bit Trump supporter. She speaks English, but like she's like very. What? No, they did. Colby always calls me a Trump supporter though, but she's being like a little bit like, I'm being a little bit like out there. Like she was nice to me and she like spoke, but she had a very thick accent where it wasn't the easiest to understand her. Exactly. I just know that I'm gonna end up being in this boat that you were in. That you pick the school, you're happy there, and then you get in off the wait list from a different one, and it makes you think, oh shit, like could I have gotten a better education?
Well, on that note, I think I'm going to bed. So see you guys.
See you, Joe.
So where are you guys investing in this Ethereum or whatever?
Why or where? I'm sorry.
Where?
I appreciate that, Chuck. We are investing on Coinbase, a cryptocurrency trading. I don't know what you would refer to it as, trading website. You link it with your email address, your cell phone, and I uploaded my driver's license. And they don't require.
Yikes!
I mean,
I would take that off if you can.
No, he didn't upload it. You like scanned it to verify your account.
Okay.
So they increased your limit.
I don't understand what you guys are saying. What did they think I meant? Why would I care about that?
No, it's not. But
Colby, it's absolutely stored on there. Like I could go there. I could go there and look at the picture of my driver's license right now if I want to.
Okay.
It's up there.
I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be so
Ryan,
worried that it's.
Show me.
Okay, right now. Give me 1 second. Love when Colby. I love it. Give me 1 second.
I wouldn't be so worried as to like it being up there for security reasons right now, but I would be kind of hesitant to do it based on the history of cryptocurrency websites. So is this like I'm guessing this is like a stock market for cryptocurrency?
I mean, you could say like it's similar to a stock market, but we're not investing in a company. We're just trading U.S. dollars for for Ether.
Oh, so you're buying the cryptocurrency because you're expecting it to go up in value, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's like gold.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. GDAX. They use GDAX.
All right, Colby. How do I create a fake website? Because I can't find where it is.
Thinking emoji. It's almost like they definitely aren't storing your driver's license.
Why would it matter even if they did store my driver's license? Why would I care if they had my driver's license? What, are they going to make a fake ID with my information? Why do I care?
Whatever. It's not worth it.
I've had a fake ID of some random ass address in Missouri, and I probably stole someone's ID. Well, I use my name on it, but like, who cares? What can they possibly do with my driver's license?
You're on the list.
They don't have my social security number. It's not like they could buy a house or take out a loan with a driver's license. What the hell are they going to do with it? They're going to open up a bank account with my name?
I mean, cryptocurrency is pretty common right now to the point where I probably wouldn't really.
No, I agree. Like,
That
Chuck,
way,
I
but-
know that, like, it's not the brightest idea, but it's, like, literally, it's like a bank account for trading cryptocurrency. Like, the worst thing that could happen is that, like, someone hacks into their servers and takes my driver's license? Like, I don't care. It's not linked to my bank account. It's linked to my debit card. What, are they going to take the under $1,000 I have in my checkings account? Whoa, Nelly.
Give me a second. I want to prove Colby wrong. I love when I prove him wrong. But they're not saving your driver's license. Like, I promise you, they aren't. They're verifying it's your identity. And they're not storing a picture of your driver's license. They're just not.
It's the same thing. So I purchased stuff to build my AR, and because I was having it shipped to a different address than my billing location, they needed my driver's license. It's a gun store. What are they really going to do with my driver's license?
I don't think it's shady.
Coinbase isn't shady.
I don't think it's shady just because, like, they've traded that site alone. I don't even know what Kraken's on, but that site alone has traded like $20 billion in currency or something like that. I read.
7.4 million users as of May 2017.
Yeah, like, it's like pretty big. Like, if they want like Brian Blomaine's identity with like $1,000 in his account, like, okay, whoop-de-doo, like, my bad, they could have it.
I'm curious, is Coinbase a company that I could invest in?
Nah, it's like Pornhub. It's just kind of there.
Well, what the fuck? Well, Pornhub needs to get on fucking New York Stock Exchange because I would dump mad coins.
Yeah,
to that
I would.
stock.
If Pornhub had an IPO and like their stock price was at like 110 per share, I'd probably still buy in.
I need to find something to bounce back after today. I'm hurting bad.
Let's just put it this way. Colby bought in yesterday and it went up to like 340. What was its peak yesterday, Colby? Like, it was pretty absurd. It was like
I could check right now.
I don't remember what it was, but it was either like 325, 330, 340. I can't remember exactly. So Colby bought in at like 290 something, and then it went all the way up there. And like today, it like went right back down again. So I don't know. It's like really, really, like, its highest has been like what, 400 in the last month or so. So it's like really, 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 like, I've never seen anything like the price fluctuation with it. Like, it would change. Like, I was literally checking it every 45 seconds yesterday because I wanted to make sure, and it would change like $2 every 10 seconds. No joke.
A week
Well, I mean,
ago is 370.
It's probably a high volatile. Well, I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at this at like stock, but I mean it's at 289 right now.
Yeah, it's dipping hard right now.
52. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it's useless.
It's at 289 right now. That's so fucking shitty.
So wait, did you guys like buy full coins or like partial?
I threw $500 into it, so whatever that got me. I think I have like one and a sixth, one and then 0.6 of a coin, so 1.6 coins.
So you could buy partial, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and what's cool
Okay.
is, so when you sign up, like, what's shitty is they give you a 500 a week limit. Well, depending on if you link your bank account and shit like that. But in a nutshell, the way that you're going to do it, I guarantee you have a $500 a week limit to start out with. So when you buy in, they charge you $17 for the transaction fee. But what's cool is with that $17, they give you back $10 in Bitcoin. So it's like it's only really a $7 transaction fee. But like they just give you the $10 in Bitcoin already invested for you, which I thought was kind of cool.
Now, can you sell that Bitcoin to then purchase other
Colby did
cryptocurrency?
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I sold my Bitcoin and got more Ether.
I'm just gonna leave it in Bitcoin. Like, I don't know. I've never really invested in Bitcoin. I figure it can't hurt, and it's $10. I really don't care.
Right now, I personally from following it on and off for the past couple of years, this is actually one of the highest points that I've ever seen it at. about a year and a half ago, it tanked down to like 800. That was the time to buy it. But I'm looking the 52-week overview. Since last year, it's up $277. And from what I'm reading, someone like Mark Cuban, that's going to be investing in it, he says it's a bubble, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. But if he's investing in it, it is, yeah.
When are people going to start making Ethereum explode?
Also, Microsoft and Visa announced last week that they're hiring engineers who are like well versed in Ethereum mining and whatnot.
Is it that the more that's mined, the more it's worth, or is that not a correlation at all?
So you can think of it as inflation. The more that gets mined, the more inflated it becomes. But on the other side of that, it becomes more valuable the more websites and companies start to accept it. So right now, I would imagine a lot of companies, if they do accept cryptocurrency, accept Bitcoin, that's why it's up so high. Because 2 years ago, you can't find a website unless you're going on Silk Road that accepts Bitcoin. Now you go on like common websites, they accept Bitcoin.
And like fast food places in Russia take Bitcoin now.
So like, yeah, like this is, I'm actually considering taking out all of my stocks.
When my brother was in Tampa a few years ago, they like this one little location was trying to make it so that Bitcoin was like their only traded currency.
That's because it's untraceable and they can't be taxed.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
But I would be curious about Litecoin, because if this is, so Bitcoin's at 2,500, Ether's at 289, Litecoin's at 40. People that are trying to make money are going to be investing in the cheaper alternative, which is the Litecoin, and 52-week, it's up 846%.
Dude, look at the 1 year for Ethereum. Look at the 1 year.
Ether, yeah, it's up 2,000. I saw that. But I remember when I was mining Litecoin, it was like dirt cheap. It was like $4, like $3-4 a Litecoin.
You couldn't catch me dead putting my money into Litecoin over Ether at this point. You just couldn't catch me dead doing.
I mean,
Brian
I
hasn't heard
would
of
invest
Litecoin
in.
since you opened your mouth, by the way.
I honestly, it wouldn't matter to me what cryptocurrency I would invest in, because, hold on. Fucking wireless headphones, I have to charge them. Because, I mean, just from reading, like, the first couple articles on cryptocurrency, again, if someone like Mark Cuban is going to be investing in this, you got to do it, because when he invests, he will skyrocket prices.
For what currency is that?
He was mentioning, I think he mentioned Ether.
I mean, if Cuban's investing in Ether, then I'm gonna like ask my parents to sell their house and put it in.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. I just went through a whole debacle with Rite Aid Walgreens, and some guy took out his whole retirement fund of $120,000, bought Rite Aid stocks, and Rite Aid was not purchased by Walgreens, and the price tanked 30% today. He's down $30,000.
My God. I talked to my dad about Ether, and he goes, "Oh, you do you. You know, I'm not gonna say that you're wrong for investing in it, but I think that when the dust settles, it's just a giant Ponzi scheme, and a lot of people are gonna come up empty-handed." So, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I could see it tanking maybe in the next year, but I don't see it staying there. It depends on how long you guys want to bag hold this.
I mean, I'm going to hold on to this. Like, my grandkids are going to be like, hey, remember? They're going to be that old, too. They're going to be like, hey, remember when Great-Grandpa Brian or Grandpa Brian invested in Ether and now we live on Mars? That's how long I'm holding on to this.
I mean, if you plan on long-terming this, I would keep an eye on it, because if it ever dips below the price that you purchased it,
Oh, you mean like right now I lost $10 per share on it already? Yeah.
you should purchase more, is what you should do. I
I would
that's
purchase
what
more
I would
if I could.
No, you're right, but I can't. We have a $500 weekly limit, so I can't purchase more right now. Trust me, I want to buy. Like, I want to dump my entire every penny that I have into this.
I'm
Like,
actually
Everyone
I'm-
who knows a shitload about cryptocurrencies is like insanely confident in Ether, and that's why I'm confident in it. Like Tim Miss, he has been like obsessed with cryptocurrency since like 2014. He's made like $10,000, just which isn't a lot, I know, but he's made like $10,000. He's always following them. He's like insanely confident in Ether. He wants to put $5,000 in once his bank account gets linked, and he says like I don't know, like everyone who knows a shit ton about it is saying Ether is like the next huge thing.
Yeah, but here's one thing that you're overlooking: that Tim can't fly on planes, so I don't trust him.
You're valid, Loki.
He's never. Once he goes up in aviation, he explodes. So he might be a robot that's just convincing you to do it. That's my opinion on him, anyway.
I actually, if I close out of both of my portfolios tomorrow, I have enough.
That's what I did. I uninvested in this gold company that I was in, or it was a gold mining company, or gold, whatever the hell you want to call it, and this random ass fiber optics company that Joe told me to invest in that like I lost like $50 on. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I closed out of both of them, and then I only kept. Right now, I'm literally only invested in Disney and Ether.
Joe has stock in ISIS, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah. Did you hear that the people in Switzerland, the ISIS members in Switzerland, were complaining that they can't get jobs because they were affiliated with ISIS? You hear that, Colby?
No.
Now I have a question. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you trade stock like on Wall Street, shit like that,
I do. I have a Connect Capital One.
at the end of the year, you need to file for your taxes for everything that you purchased and sold. How does cryptocurrency work like that? Does it not go into your taxes?
I don't know that that's true because I think the IRS would have already contacted me because I made like $200, like $180, and they didn't say a word to me about it.
Wait, what was your question? Are you asking if
Like, do you need to claim your earnings on taxes?
No.
With like Coinbase.
No, I don't. No, because like, if you think about it, like, say you trade your U.S. dollars for Canada dollars, and then a year later you trade them back, and
You're basically just paying the tax on whatever already. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Okay. And I don't think they're gonna tax you on $100 gain on Wall Street. They're more worried about the people dumping their Roth IRAs into fucking Walgreens and then shorting them. They hit calls really hard too if you make money on calls. I might do that. Because actually Rite Aid is up 0.35% after hours right now. I'm so pissed too because I made bank on AMD stock. I purchased AMD stock 4 years ago at like $2, and I sold everything when it hit its high at 15 like 2 months ago, and I fucking lost it all in this Walgreens non-merger.
I'm so happy that I didn't buy into that because I was about to do that too.
If you sold yesterday at market close, I should have sold. I would have made out like I could have fucking went on vacation with the money.
Dude, I was literally about to do that. Like, I was literally about to, like, I was going to sell Disney even. Because Disney, I don't know when you bought into Disney, but I bought into Disney right before the, yeah, you're a joke, Eric. You didn't listen to me, and you could have made so much money. And I told everybody that I knew to invest in Disney because they were going to go up, and everyone's like, oh, well, you know, I don't think, blah, blah, blah. Even my friggin' finance teacher that I told to do it because I was literally telling everyone because my finance teacher was talking about stocks to the class, and I told him Disney. And
tell you Disney was a bad investment. I don't buy stock.
I literally, yeah, you're a hipster.
That's a smart man right there.
I literally made out, and I bought into Disney with like I think $700 or six something because I bought like an even amount of shares, and I cashed out well over $100 richer off that investment. I wish I had more money to invest in, but it was like a really big increase. Like I think last time I checked, it was like still up $120 from what I put in. I guess I need to pay taxes on that.
Yeah, I have stock in Disney and Pepsi, but my uncle purchased those stocks when I was like really young, and then he transferred them over to I think it's TD Ameritrade. I don't know, but that's one account I don't touch because I do not want to face the taxes on that. So that's just gonna sit there as assets for me.
You should look into buying more Disney right around the time of the next Star Wars movie because that's what made me want to do it. And like when the reason why I think this Star Wars movie is going to be better is because it went up a shitload before the last Star Wars movie, and it wasn't even. You know how they're doing like a good Star Wars movie, then like one that's like kind of retarded, but still people go to see it, like one that like is in between two movies, not like a new movie. That movie was horrible compared to the regular series. Yeah, because that friggin' Asian guy with a stick is really a Star Wars character.
Brian asked what the name of Darth Maul was, by the way.
I didn't ask. Oh, I did. I forgot.
Just so you guys know his extent of Star Wars knowledge.
No, I'm not hating on Rogue One. That movie was like not a Star Wars movie. It was a cool sci-fi movie, but it wasn't a Star Wars movie. And then how about the scene, that whole, what's his name? The Blade guy that's in, or what movie? The Machete. Machete's in it. Like, it's retarded. The actors are retarded in that movie.
Well, Disney's kind of stagnant. It's not really a volatile stock at the moment.
I mean, it went up a lot around the time that, like, the Star Wars movie. Joe's trying to convince it. Joe. Sorry, I'm having two conversations at once. Joe's trying to convince me to invest in oil right now, and
yes.
You think so?
Yes.
His reasoning is so psychotic, though. What is your reasoning? And then I'll tell you his.
Well, number one, because all oil stocks are positive at the moment. And go on.
His reasoning is that I can't even say this with a straight face. It's, yo, man, when it's I really can't say this with a straight face. It's when it's warm out, the price of oil drops, and when it's cold out, people need more oil, so the price of oil rises. So he told me that right now the price of a certain oil stock plummeted to like half, and now that it always increases by the same amount almost every year at around April.
So I mean, he has a point, and I see where he's coming from, but I don't think he realizes how little effect that has on the actual stock prices. So
he's aware it's winter in half the world, right?
I don't know that for sure.
So
I mean, it's winter where he lives right now. Maybe that's what he's talking about. No, he lives here, but he has family in India.
When you invest in oil,
it's not winter in India, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I would probably, instead of investing, so like you can invest directly into gold if you wanted to. The same thing with oil. You can invest directly into oil. I would invest into oil companies that
yeah, definitely an oil company. I'm not investing in oil.
Like putting drilling stations up. And there was actually, I forget where I read, there was one station, oh, I don't have the ticker, I didn't save it, but they announced that they were starting drilling. As soon as they announced it, the stock went up 40% in 4 hours.
It's pretty poggers. I'm not gonna lie.
40%.
Yeah, that's insane. I don't know when Trump, like, speaking of like gold, you're saying like an oil like what's the word I'm looking for, like uh
Refineries.
yeah, refineries, like an oil refinery company you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same thing when Trump won presidency. I expected that like people would go nuts for gold, so I invested in a gold company and an actual gold mining company, and it literally, like, I lost so much money because like half the stock market did better with Trump for some psychotic reason. I expected
Yeah.
everybody to like be jumping out of windows and stuff, and it being like the stock market crash. And the exact opposite happened with respect to the stock market. So I lost money in that. I didn't put a ton in. I only put in a couple $100s to the gold companies, but like I still lost like a lot. Like they went down like borderline like 20 to 30%. It did the exact opposite of what I thought.
And I'm sure if he held on to it, it would slowly go back up. Because
I needed money for this Ethereum
Yeah.
investment.
a lot of people panic when that stuff happens. Like, I could, if it was up to me, I would probably just leave all my stock in Rite Aid because sooner or later, I'll get my money back. Because with Walgreens purchasing stores might actually help Rite Aid, but people don't see it that way because a lot of people are day traders. So
I'm gonna have to call a TV timeout soon. I think that my bowels are about to explode. I'm on fire right now. Chuck, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So the guy set me up with the guy told me that he wants to call me tomorrow morning at 9:30, but then he said that basically in the same email they were like, yeah, whenever we offer admission, the person usually has like 48 to 72 hours to respond with like whether or not they're going. What I'm afraid of is I'm going to be out of the country all of next week. I'm going to the Bahamas, and thank you, but I'm afraid that what if they like offer it to me? I told them that in my email that I'm going to be out of the country. Like I don't think that they would like knock me for that, right? Like they're not going to not offer me admission for, you know what I mean, or wait on that. At least I hope not. That's a good thing. Yeah, I just think that if I get in there, if they only give me the 40 to 72 hours, I can't pass that up, regardless if I want to wait on you, Maryland. I just can't pass that up. But I know that's gonna happen. Honestly, if I accept Villanova, I might just call them and say take me off the wait list because I don't want to hear. That'll like make me sad.
Actually, we can.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Because like people probably do the same thing that we do. They find out from other schools at the last minute that they got into higher tier schools. I mean, those schools that you got into are pretty high tier, though. I don't know why somebody would dip them, but must have been best of the best. We should open up a firm, Chuck, right out of college. We'll call it E&M Gaming. But what?
do you still have stock in oil?
No, I didn't buy anything. He told me to buy stock in oil. I haven't done anything yet. Do you recommend a company to invest in right now? I don't know. I mean, I'm always down. I have some.
Do it up.
I'm going to go take a shit.
Do it up. Pump his head full of lead. No problem. Still not bad. How many kills the second time? That's not bad.
Do you get like stuff for winning, like cosmetic stuff or what? Or do you get it for the top 6, or how does it work?